Hey guys, Chad Wesley Smith here for JTSstrength.com, doing a little coach's eye technical breakdown of a couple very top amateur strongmen. First, we're looking at Nick Peterson of Relentless Performance, Relentless Gym out there in Florida. Just let it run through full speed. Nick's a really good lightweight strongman, probably one of the best amateur lightweights in the U.S. right now. I always go the wrong way on this wheel. Got to figure this thing out better. Alright, so let's back this up and look at Nick's squat. Nick told me when he sent me this video that he almost exclusively box squats, so this was only like the second max back squat he's taken in something like 2 or 3 years. The first thing that jumps out at me here is just his upper back setup. Doesn't seem very tight to me. I think he could create a much better shelf and maybe move his bar position down just about an inch to maximize his leverages more. The other thing that really jumps out is his elbow positioning. You can see his elbows are pointed almost like straight back. Not quite straight back, but down and back at like a 45-degree angle, and your torso position is going to mimic that elbow angle, so you want to try and keep the elbows pointed down at your butt, so like a more straight up and down arm angle, which is going to help you keep a more vertical angle with your torso. As he walks it out here, it's kind of a bad habit to get into looking down at your feet, but I know because Nick hasn't done much free squatting recently, he probably needed to check his foot position more, but that's something you want to try and make as automatic as possible so you don't have to look down, because when you do look down, it's going to cause your chest to collapse slightly. Also, just the way he... Never mind, I take that back. So Nick does a real good job. He keeps a very vertical, for a free squat, a very vertical shin angle. What I think he could do better, and the way that I like to teach it is to teach the athlete to unlock their hips. So to start back and then squat straight down from there. Because he's used to doing so many box squats, and really trying to push his hips back and keep a vertical shin angle. That's just a position that cannot be achieved in the free squat. So there's a lot more quad involvement in a free squat than there is a box squat. So I'd like to see him just unlock the hips, push the hips back, set the weight on his heels, and then from there squat straight down. He doesn't do a bad job of that necessarily. You can see in his bottom position here, he's got a pretty forward torso angle, and I think that's just symptomatic of his elbow angle. So the whole time here, Nick should be trying to rotate his elbows forward, which is going to make him flex his lats as well as just keep his chest more upright. And the flex lats are just going to create a stronger back, better support for the weight. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. I was expecting, because he had done so many box squats, for him to kind of have the hula hoop hips in the hole and sort of be searching for depth and maybe not be as stable there because he's used to the box stopping him, but he didn't have that problem. Next video we got is of a guy named Jay Holder. Jay is one of the top heavyweight amateur strongmen in the U.S. And he squats 2 PRs in this video, 775 and 800, both raw. And as you can see from this, Jay is a very large man. So just looking, let's run through it full speed. All right, so let's run this back. Watching Jay squat kind of reminds me of watching Rob Wilkerson squat. They just got huge legs, big waist. Obviously can support a ton of weight and squat with that pretty fast fast descent. Same as with Nick. The first thing that jumps out to me about Jay is his upper back position. I think he's kind of lacking some shoulder mobility, which causes him to have to use a real wide hand position. I prefer to use the hands as close as possible. Like a guy like Jay, who I believe is around 400 pounds body weight. It's going to be tough to have that good shoulder mobility, but something to be worked on, just because the closer the hands can be, the tighter that upper back position is going to be. I'd like to see his head up a little bit better at the start here. See his head is slightly down, eyes are down, the body's going to follow the head. So I think this causes his chest to collapse more than would be ideal. And Jay does a good job of setting back with the hips and then squatting straight down from there. It's a little bit hard to tell in this video just because it's dark. He's got the spotter there, and then he's just so big, and with the dark shorts and kind of same color shirt on. It's hard to tell depth, but the depth looks really good to me. He's squatting with a pretty wide stance, but I think that suits his body type very well. And he really smokes that weight. He crushes 775 there. As we go on to his 800, which is another PR for him. It's a real tight angle, so it might be kind of hard to see some stuff, but we'll get as good a look as we can. All right, so as we run this back, so I know these were two big PRs for Jay on this day. All right, so looking at this 800-pound squat for Jay at this very intimate camera angle. Does a good job initiating the movement with the hips back. Jay's got a good elbow angle, almost near vertical elbow angle, and his torso is going to match that angle. I think maybe due to a bit of lack of thoracic mobility, like T-spine mobility, as he gets in the hole, his elbows start to point back more. That's when he wants to try and crank them forward to flex the lats, drive the chest up as he pushes his head back into the bar. Real solid depth. Again, he's a strongman, not a powerlifter, and is at or close to 400 pounds. So that's very good depth, hip flexibility for Jay. And right as he starts to reverse the weight here, you can see, and it's slight, but the first thing that happens is his hips start to rise before his shoulders do, but it's very slight. That's just something to think about. Pushing the head back into the bar, rotating the elbows forward will help him avoid that. And it's just it's a strong squat. That's a good looking PR for Jay Holder there at 800 pounds. Let's run that back one more time and watch it at full speed. Yeah, Jay has a pretty similar sticking point to a lot of raw lifters, maybe about 2 to 3 inches above parallel. I think he would benefit a lot from pause work, 3-second pauses, 5-second pause, 7-second pause in the hole, or dead squats, so squatting off of pins that are set 1 inch above parallel. But Jay does a really good job with that. Congrats on the PRs. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff in these videos. Keep checking out all the Squat Week stuff at jtsstrength.com.